Hi. I'm making this video because, well, I'm bored and I thought it'd be a good idea to make a video of me talking about stuff. I haven't uploaded in a while, so I thought maybe you guys wouldn't like a break from hearing my awful voice. Not that there's that many, because I'm pretty sure I only have like 2 subscribers, but, my name is Crystal. I'm 15. I go to Conval Regional High School at the moment in Peterborough, New Hampshire. I'm a sophomore. I live in Keene, actually, and I'm finishing the year at Conval for now, and then next year I'm doing my junior year at Keene High, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm absolutely terrified because Conval has like roughly 1,000 students there. Keene High has like 5,000. And I'm not a real people person. I'm kind of shy if I don't know the person I'm talking to. And I'm awkward. And it's just gonna be really weird. I'm not the best at making friends because, again, to be honest, I hate people. And, as you can see, I'm not exactly attractive. So, of course, I don't have a current boyfriend at the moment. I've had a few. I haven't counted recently, but there's a couple. Let's see. My first real boyfriend's name. He wasn't really a real boyfriend. I went on one date with him, and it only lasted like a couple months, like maybe a month. I don't even know. His name was Aiden, and I'm pretty sure he's gay. I'm making a video, and sorry. And my second one, his name was Kyle. That was in 8th grade. Oh, I was in 7th grade when I was in Aiden. And Kyle was Kyle moved down from Florida uh, while I was in 8th grade. We shared a special program that was in my middle school. It had just started. It was for behaviorally unbalanced people, which was, yeah. Kyle was shy, um, but I was patient making friends with him. We started going out like the third day he was there, but he was, I think he was like 14 at the time. Not completely sure. He's 16 now. But he was like 14ish, and he was roughly at least 250 pounds then. He's a big kid, and he's like 300 and something now. But he's socially awkward. You can tell that he feels really uncomfortable at his weight. Um, but yeah, we went out for a couple weeks. We kind of bonded over our music, the same music liking. We were both juggalos at the time, and I was completely like madly in love with him for no reason whatsoever. I'm not even sure I know his middle name, but he was my second boyfriend, and then I became a freshman in high school, and my best friend at the time, her name was Tiffany, was dating this boy named Joey. I met him like a week after they broke up. We met at a McDonald's in Jaffrey, and it was really awkward because we had texted for a while, so I felt like I already knew him, but it was like my first time meeting him. So it was kind of awkward, and he was, I think he was 17. He was 17, yeah, and I was just turning 15. Yeah, that sounds right. And no, I was 14. I was 14 because I was a freshman. And we bonded pretty well. We were both emo at the time, and we were like in love with each other like from the beginning. He was like my first serious boyfriend. We dated for like 6 months. It was the longest I've ever been in a relationship. Even now, like he was the longest boyfriend I ever had. And he went to Conant High, which was obviously in a different school, so we didn't see each other too much. Only on the weekends. Sometimes he came over during the weekdays after school, but that was very little. We hung out every weekend, mostly at my house. I went to his house a couple of times. He was probably the best boyfriend I ever had. He had the same habits as I did. He smoked, he cut, he was reckless. He wasn't really afraid of death. You know, he kind of like lived in the moment, and he was the kindest boyfriend I ever had too. Um, we broke up after 6.5 months together because his mother didn't take too kindly to me. So we broke up, and then I started dating. Who did I date? I'm trying to think because they're kind of mixed together. Oh, I started dating this kid named Jesse. He lived in Idaho. Of course, I met him on Facebook because I'm stupid. And he was about 23, and I had just turned 15. And it was just really awkward because I never saw him. I Snapchatted him a couple of times, but really the only time I ever actually saw him was in pictures. We never met officially. We only lasted, I'd say about 2 months. He was okay, but he was a bit, like, pushy, you know? He kept, like, trying to, like, get me to move down there and stuff. We had plans for me to get on a Greyhound bus and go down there, because 15-year-olds can ride without parent permission. But that never happened, obviously. So we broke up. That was more his part than mine. He didn't really dump me. He just we kind of just fell apart. We weren't like alike, you know, and I lied to him a lot. He was under the impression that I was this gorgeous blonde who clearly isn't blonde. But he thought I was this gorgeous thin blonde. Most of the pictures I sent him were fake. He didn't really know what I looked like for real. And he called me this other name because for some reason he didn't like mine. He preferred to call me Soraya, which obviously is my YouTube name, because I don't want people knowing like my real last name, even though I'm pretty sure I already said it out loud anyway in a couple other videos. It was Jesse, and then there was Tim, this black kid. He was like in his 20s. Apparently, I like older guys. We lasted like 2 weeks. He was Jesse's best friend. He also lived in Idaho. I never met him either. Yeah. And yeah. We lasted like 2 weeks, but then the long distance thing was weird. Age 2. Let's see who was after him. My boyfriend, the next boyfriend after that was probably Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah. Isaiah is 18. Me and him went out for like a month and a half. It didn't really last long. He has multiple muscular dystrophy. People wanted to say multiple sclerosis, and I don't know why. But he was in a wheelchair. He could move his head, and that was like it. He can raise his arms, but like he's weak, you know? His muscles are like decaying or something like that. So yeah, Isaiah, he was kind of a jerk. Yeah. He was kind of a jerk. And we lasted about a month and a half, like I said. We were going to go to a dance together, but the dance was the week after's weekend. That next Saturday. But that Friday, I ended up going into the ER for suicide attempt. And I was there for about 4 days. I had no contact with him. I called him on my fourth day there. It was the night before I left the yard. And I told him that I was going to be going into a mental hospital. And he dumped me on the phone while I was in the ER. And he didn't really give me a reason why, except for that I couldn't really give him what he wanted, which was obviously sex. And obviously, I can't really give him that because he can't really move in the first place. I mean, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, like, no offense, but I don't know, it just didn't work for us. And I went into the mental hospital, and it was okay there. I was a little scared for the first like 2 days, but after that, it all kind of, I got into like the schedule and habit of things. I actually didn't want to leave by the time it was time for me to go, but there were several reasons for that. One was a boy that was there. His name was Matthew. Oh, Matt, obviously. He was 16. He was in the men's ward there, and I had some groups with him. And he was absolutely adorable and gorgeous. I still think he's gorgeous. There was definitely like a connection between us. We had so many things in common. It was ridiculous. I guess opposites really do attract because we ended up not working out. But anyway, after like my third day there, I was there for 2.5 weeks. But anyway, my like third day there, he was sitting next to me, holding my hand under the table. I say under the table because it was under the table, obviously. He flirted with me. We weren't allowed to touch each other. Like, obviously, like, there's no touching involved. I mean, I got in trouble for, like, hugging people and stuff, but we hugged on my last day there, and he got in trouble, but he didn't care. But he was really supportive. And after I got out of the hospital, we talked for a while, too. And it was just... He lives in Concord, so it was just kind of far. It just didn't work, too far away from each other. I still think about him, though. Because that wasn't even that long ago from today. That was like... I think I've been out for like a month and a half. Maybe 2 months. I don't really know. It was January, I think, when I got out. I think. I'm not completely sure, though. No, it was actually February, because it was like 2 days later, it was Valentine's Day. So... But yeah, we didn't work out, and I haven't dated anyone since. Yeah, I haven't dated anyone since him. And he wasn't really a date, so, But I haven't had anyone since then. But there's this boy in my school. I had issues with him last year because he's 18 and, yeah, he has a kid. His name's Ricky, and he's never in school. Like, he was gone for like almost a year. Most of this year he was gone. I saw him the first day and I think that was it. But he came back a couple days ago and we apologized to each other. We're on a good level now, I think. And I have feelings for him again. So yeah. See how that works out. He's 19 now. He's gonna be 20 in I think he's gonna be 20 in like May. I think his birthday's in May. I don't know. But I know I'm not gonna be able to be with him because he's just, already got in trouble with me already, so. But he's cool. My second boyfriend, the one I talked about before, Kyle, the big dude, has been causing trouble with me once again. He's the drama queen. King. He's drama. Like, 100% drama. I think that's all I want to talk about for now. I'll make a video later if I feel like it. Bye!